Stand up to 55 inches at the shoulder, making them one of the larger antelope species. Those ones are females. Those females don't have horns, males do. Now on your left, in the very back, you can see a black rhino. That black rhinos, they can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. And they can run up to 35 miles an hour. Unfortunately, due to poaching, there are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the world. They are hunted for their horns, which is made out of keratin, just like our fingernails. And there's another greater kudu on our right-hand side.
Like that. Like that too.
Now, if you look up in the front of the truck, you'll see bongos. Bongos are also known as the ghosts of the forest because they're so shy and elusive. Take it real slow here. Those horns are pointed backwards to help the bongos as they navigate through the dense brush of the forest.
They're pretty. That was a bunch of them.
River. You know, the Safi is sometimes a pretty good place to spot hippos. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled. If you see any big ripples in the water, very well might be a hippo. And there's actually a couple over on your right hand side. I can't stop on this hill, so let's see if we can see some more back. Make sure you're sitting down back there. And there's actually a whole group of hippos over on your left-hand side. Now, a group of hippos is called a bloat, probably because of the fact that they eat up to 90 pounds of vegetation in a single day. Now, hippos actually spend most of their days in the water, coming out at nighttime to eat and graze. They can stay underwater for about 8 minutes. They're actually very territorial creatures, so makes them one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Now on the island on the left-hand side, those white birds, those are called pink-backed pelicans. And they get their name because during mating season their backs turn pink. And despite having a 7 to 9 foot wingspan, they're actually the smallest of all the pelican species in the world. And they usually nest in groups of about 15 all the way up to 500. And the parents will actually build a nest together, and they'll raise their young together. If you look over to your right-hand side, that really big tree with no leaves on it, it's called a baobab tree. It's also called an upside-down tree because it looks like it was planted upside down. They can actually go up to about 9 months out of the year completely leafless. They do that to help conserve water, which they store in that water from. If you've ever seen The Lion King, the tree that Rafiki lives in is a baobab. And now that we're headed into the savannah, you might see some of the more famous animals you might know, like giraffes, zebras, elephants, and if we're lucky, you might even spot some lions. Now over on your right-hand side, those small tan-colored antelope, they're called springbok. Now they're one of the smallest antelope species in the world. They only get to be about 3 feet tall, fully grown.
We have these.
They can run up to 50 miles an hour, however, making them the second fastest land mammal next to the cheetah. Now that animal on your right-hand side with really big horns is called an Ankole cattle. They're also called Watusi cattle for the tribe that first domesticated them. Now, although those horns look real big and real heavy, they're actually pretty light and hollow. There's a honeycomb nice structure inside, and the blood flows through the capillaries that runs all throughout, and it actually helps them to keep cool. Actually, over on your left-hand side, over by the den over there, you'll see some African wild dogs. See if we can get a better look at a second. They also are called painted dogs. There's one walking in. Oh, they're all laying in the water. Now, although they look real cute and cuddly and like you might want to take them home, it's probably not a good idea. They're one of the most successful hunters in Africa because they hunt in packs and they'll chase their prey to exhaustion. They'll be like 10 feet. And actually, there's a Maasai giraffe on your right hand side, and there's some coming up on the left hand side too. Let's let him cross real quick. And there's actually some more Maasai giraffe way on the right. There are giraffes everywhere. It's like Jurassic Park. You can tell these ones are Maasai giraffe because of that messy irregular pattern on their coat. Their cousins, the reticulated giraffe, has a much more uniform pattern. They usually get to be about 18 feet tall. Some get as big as 20 feet though. Baby giraffes, when they're first born, they're about 6 feet tall. They can actually run within an hour of birth. Actually, the one that's over by the tree over there looks like it's eating some leaves, so you might see that big tongue sticking out. Their tongues get about 18 inches long. It's about the length from the tip of your fingers all the way to your elbow. Now, a group of giraffes is called a tower. If you ever see two giraffes that look like they're hitting each other with their necks, it's because they are, and it's actually called necking. It's a fight for dominance. They actually go a real long time for a fight. There's a couple guys out here who've been necking for weeks. There's a few more Ankoli cattle over on your right hand side. Now, Ankoli cattle, they're actually a form of wealth in Africa, so the more Ankoli cattle you have, the richer you are. And at night time, they'll put them in these thorny pens called manadas to help keep them safe from any predators. Now, over on your right hand side, up on the hill over there, those gray animals lying down, they're white-bearded wildebeest. White-bearded wildebeest, they have some of the largest migratory patterns in the world next to humans. Their migrations reaching up to about 1.5 million wildebeest. They can actually travel over thousands of miles. They also go by the name of gnu, spelled GNU, because the noise they make sounds like new. One of the best ways to remember it is cow's moo and wildebeest new. Do see some fallen trees up ahead, so it looks like we are approaching the outskirts of elephant country. So keep your eyes peeled if you sunny love will spot some elephants. Yeah, there's actually one a little bit further up ahead.
I see one.
There's one over on your right hand side. Now that one's more than likely a male. You can tell because he's all alone. As the males mature, they'll leave the herd and live either by themselves or in loose bachelor herds. I think we can get a better look up in a second here. There we go. And hey, we should look at that. The road I normally take just isn't there anymore. It's great. Alright, well, who's up for an adventure, guys? Alright. Let's hope this goes well. Actually, those wrinkles on the elephant's ears, those are actually blood vessels. When they fan themselves with their ears like that, it sends blood rushing through those blood vessels. Actually, it helps them to keep cool. Oh boy, I forgot about this bridge. This thing is ancient. It breaks down about as much as test track does. Alright, just hang on tight, guys. And we're gonna hope for the best. Alright, so far, so good. Hang on, guys. Almost there. A little bit further. Alright, there we go. Now let's hope we didn't lose anybody. Entering what looks to be some red clay pits. Now actually, coming up on your right hand side, you'll see elephant tusk markings in that clay. Elephants eat red clay. It actually helps with digestion and getting all the vital nutrients and minerals that they need in their diet. I think I see some elephants up ahead too. One over on your left hand side. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. Now, unfortunately, elephants are near threatened. They're poached for their tusks, which is made out of ivory. They're also losing their habitats due to the mining of coltan, which is found in everyday electronics like your cell phone batteries, cameras, things like that. So one of the best ways you can actually help elephants is to recycle any old electronics that you don't use. Actually, if you look in between the two elephants there, you'll see a baby elephant. Legs popping through. Now, elephants are very protective of their young. Everybody in the herd actually helps to protect that single baby. Now, a herd of elephants is actually ruled by a single dominant female matriarch, who's usually the eldest and wisest of all of them. Those are greater flamingos over on our left-hand side. A group of flamingos, actually called a flamboyance. And right in front of the truck, you'll see a Patterson Zealand. They're one of the largest, actually the largest antelope species in the world, reaching up to 6 feet tall.
Pensava que tava sem cabeça.
Olha pra cá, Laura.
Mas ele tava. Manda pro meu Instagram. Olha aquele todo assanhado. Daquele grandão, com pena toda assanhada. A gente vai. Aqui, pato! Pato ali! Preto, pato preto. Pato preto. Ah, mãe, ali as águas. Queria cair nas águas. Na verdade, eu queria que esse negócio aqui, que eles falavam, fosse aqui, aí eu amo assim, aí caiu.
Yeah, these Patterson Zealand, they get it from a standing position, like right now. They can actually jump 8 feet straight in the air.
Look at this guy.
Side, you'll see a couple of white rhinos. Now, white rhinos are significantly larger than the black rhino, reaching up to 5,000 pounds. Now, you'll notice the one looks like it has mud on it, because it does. They can actually use what is a sort of natural sunscreen. Now, rhinos are actually almost virtually blind. They can only see about 10 feet in front of their face. So that's probably why they call a group of rhinos a crash. But they do have far better hearing and smell. So all those ones probably couldn't see us. They could probably hear and smell us. Now, if you look over to your left-hand side, way back in the corner, you can see a couple of cheetahs lying down. Kind of hard to spot, no pun intended. Lying under the tree over there. Now, cheetahs are the fastest land mammal, running up to 60 miles an hour. However, they can only maintain that speed for about 300 yards. And the black teardrop-like markings you might have seen on their faces actually to help reflect sunlight. It's because of all the big cat species in Africa, cheetahs are one of the only diurnal hunters, meaning that they hunt during the day rather than night. Now, speaking of, you'll see it lying right in the middle, on top of the rock right there. That one is a female.
He's just lying around.
Males have manes, females do not. Now, lions spend most of their days resting, usually about 16 to 20 hours. They do their hunting at night, like I mentioned before. Actually, on your right-hand side, you'll see a Grant zebra. You can tell it's a Grant zebra because those stripes go all the way down to its belly.
Small rhinos over there. Those zebras, rhinos.
Contrary to popular belief, zebras are actually black with white stripes, and you can tell because their nose is black. Here's a better look at that female over on your left.
Do you roll?
Now, although she's not vocal right now, if she ever decides to get vocal, you'll definitely know about it, because when a lion roars, you can hear it up to 5 miles away. And during the day, we have about the same level of eyesight, humans and lions, but at nighttime, their eyesight is 6 times better than ours is. Now, if you look to your left, right at the base of the tree, you'll see a couple of warthogs lying down. And warthogs can actually use those big tusks to help dig their burrows, which you'll see lying around the bottom there.
I didn't see him.
They always sleep with their tusks facing out to protect themselves from predators. There's actually a couple of zebras and rhinos on our right. Now, you notice the black rhino is hanging out all by itself. Make sure you're sitting down back there, sir. It's because black rhinos are far more solitary than the black rhino. Or, sorry, the white rhino. The white rhino is far more social. To the Magadi Glen. The Magadi Glen is sometimes a pretty decent place to spot some of the rare species that live here on the reserve. Actually, over on your right-hand side, there's 2 white birds on the rocks over there. They're called yellow-billed storks. Yellow-billed storks, they're actually carnivorous. They'll eat pretty much any small animal they can fit into their mouths. Anything from lizards, frogs, fish, snakes, and even other small birds. Now it does look like we're approaching the outskirts of the reserve, so unfortunately it looks like we're going to have to cut that 2-week trip short, a whole 14 days, guys. Now, although our time may be up for today, definitely come on back if you have the chance. No 2 safaris are ever the same. You might see something next time that you didn't see today. Now, if you want to help out any of the species that you've seen today, you can actually donate directly to the Disney Conservation Fund at any of the merchandise locations around the park, and Disney will match your donation dollar for dollar. For any wilderness explorers on board, you're aboard the Simba 1, SIMBA 1. Now, if you're looking for things to do in and around the Harambe area, I recommend checking out Festival of the Lion King. It's my absolute favorite show. It's going to be at the Harambe Theater, and there are show times every hour on the hour until 6 o'clock. some more animal spotting, head over to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Entrance to that will be almost immediately on your right-hand side once you get out of here. Just make sure you do get there before 7, because that is when it closes. Now, if you want maybe the chance to have an up-close encounter with an animal, I recommend heading over to Rafiki's Planning Watch. Now, the last train does depart at 4:30, so make sure you're there before that. Is it anybody's first safari today? Alright, got a couple. Glad to hear it's not just me. Yeah, I'd say goodbye, but goodbye just sounds far too sad and far too final. So here in Harambe, we like to say Kwaherini. Kwaherini is Swahili for go well. Kwaherini, just have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions, my windows are always open.